Hi, you're at Steve Morris Engines. I'm Steve Morris, and this is a engine or a dyno tune, chassis dyno tune, and also some upgrade parts and conversion stuff that we've done for Rashid Almanzari. Sorry if I mispronounced your name, buddy. Anyways, it's from the UAE, and this is kind of a nice piece. It's full size Chevy pickup. And this is a 427 LSX base motor with twin Precision 7175 turbos. Air-to-air intercooled. Holley EFI. And we've done a lot of the conversion over onto this with a Holley boost controller, dual fuel system. Real nice piece. Has a Jake's performance transmission in it, the 4L80E tranny. Has a bunch of suspension work done to it. Really kind of a cool truck. Real sleeperish. Pretty plain on the inside. Nothing real elaborate there. And we do everything with tuning through the change programs with the Holley race dash right there. And what I'll do is I'll show you, and I also with the flip of the fuel pump switch changes it from pump gas fuel tank and fuel pump to the race gas fuel pump and fuel tank. That fuel tank is right there. That's the race tank, and then still uses the stock tank for the pump fuel setting. So right now, what we're going to do is we're going to tune this using the, we'll bring up the screen here, enter, and it is calibrating, syncing up, everything's home, and you see right down there in that bottom corner, pump. So this is the pump gas tune, and we'll run it on this first, which is about 13 pounds of boost. Real nice, easy setup. So what I'll do here is we will go in and make a pull on this thing. I'll go shut off the lights and take a look at those numbers on pump gas tune. Alright, now we'll walk up and go take a look at some of the numbers. We'll zoom in here. Let me raise this camera up just a little bit. See better. Okay, like I said, this is just right off the bat. It makes a pretty solid in between. It's been making pretty solid 770s or so, 780s. It will climb up just a little bit right at the end of the pull, right there, and it probably pulled out of it just a little bit short. But you can see right there that was a max power of 885. That's just me getting out of throttle a little bit right there at the end of the pull. So I had a little bit of a extra dip up there, but those numbers right there are 770. and we've been right in that range real good, but it has a little bit of a peak up at almost 800 horsepower. So real good on pump gas, on just the base pump gas setting. So now what we're going to do is I'll show you exactly all that's entailed in changing tune-ups. So we go right over here into the car. So we're down here, we just ran in the, I don't know if you can see that real well, the camera to focus. It says pump down there in the bottom corner. Now what we do, we go to open, we go to race 1. You'll see that there's the race 1 tune-up. Now race 1 tune-up is 22 pounds of boost. Touch on it, click open, boom, and then you see down in the bottom left hand corner, race 1. So now we have our race 1 tune-up. Go back. Now to see the difference of this, hit that configuration, I go to boost, and we'll go, I'm just doing a time over RPM. Now that's the boost curve for race 1. But they get up there, and right at 7,000 we drop down to 11 pounds of boost. That's, or dome pressure. That's 12.3 pounds of dome pressure. And then at 7,500, 8,000, 8,500, I'm actually just laying it over because we don't run the engine that hard. So in case it ever did, we just start knocking a bunch of power out of it. But now you can change your boost curve. I'll show you here. See how I just moved that down? Just with all touchscreen right here, we can add, subtract, we can do just about anything we want to with boost. We can change the boost curve right on the fly right there. So anyways, I'll just go back and alright, now what we'll do is we'll go out and make a pull on it with the race 1 tune-up. Alright, I'll come over. This is on the race 1 tune-up. And we can see, I'm going to scroll back here. You can actually see by the graph, I got this thing really super safe up at the, especially at the top end. I probably have a little much in boost coming out of it on the controller. I don't have, remember how I have that, I have it, you know, sloping down and boost control, just to help the motor out just a little bit and just make sure that we're always safe, because it definitely makes, you know, plenty of power. That definitely is not the problem. As you can see here, that bull, max power 1,031. So right up there is 1,031, and it would plateau when I don't have that in the boost controller. It just pretty much stays flat, but I let it lay over just a little bit and just keep the thing super safe, just in case you got a little bit worse fuel. Now that is on C16 VP fuel, C16 fuel, but a real good piece. I mean, that's awesome. So now what we're going to go do is, we already have the fuel switched over, so let's go in. And we'll put in the race 2 tune-up. Turn everything on. Okay. And we will go to, you can see down there, it's still in race 1 mode. Race 1. So we'll go open. You can see we have race 2. Open up the file. Click on it. Hit the open button. Syncs up, everything's in there. Now, as you can, we'll go back, home, configure, boost, and I'll show you the boost curve on that also. Now there's the boost curve on this one, and I really have it laying over at 8,000. This one I carry out just a little bit further at 7,000, still 15.6. Don't know if you'll be able to see that real well, but you get a real good idea of what that curve looks like. You see, we can, like I said, you can move, change the dome pressure, whatever you like to do. The Holley system and the boost controller really is quite nice. I like it quite a bit. The more we learn about it, the more I work with it, it's quite good. A little more aggressive through here, and clearly we got 16 pounds of gate pressure up there, which gets us up to close to 27, 28 pounds of boost, total boost. So we will go back home. There we go. Now we'll go out here and we'll make a pull. Alright, now we'll go over there and take a look at the numbers. Anyways, we'll go down here and look. Oop. Max power, 1190. And see, real nice, super good curve right up there. 1190. And same thing, just trails off just a tick just because I got it programmed to do that. I actually might go in and fix that, especially on the Race 1 tune-up. I can make it carry out farther, it's really not that big a deal. But that's a real nice piece. That's 1190 horsepower at the tire. And like I said, that's at 27, 28 pounds of boost. We could make a little bit more. It seems to be safe. The tune-up looks good. We could probably lean on it a little bit harder. But for everything that this is, that is those are some really good numbers, I think. We can take a look here. Like I said, what we did was, this did have the regular LSX intake manifold on it, so we did the Holley EFI conversion and the tune, changed the intake manifold, did the plumbing, did a little bit of exhaust work to tune stuff up. It had some leaks and whatnot in it, but all in all, this is one heck of a cool piece. Let me take this cord off so you can see the hood and all too. I mean, it's outside of how low it sets. This is sorry, outside of how low this thing sits, it's pretty darn cool, or you wouldn't notice it ever. Just has a flat hood with those little grills in it. Let me get back here. It's a pretty slick, pretty sleek piece. For some reason he's got one chrome wheel up here, but I think it's just because he had a bad wheel on it when he sent it over to us. Anyways, I'm Steve Morris, Steve Morris Engines. Have a great day.